Today, we should be talking about a fantastic comeback by Chelsea. Great masterclass by Poch for the second half. But again, VAR is what's dominating this conversation. I'm sick and tired of it. Welcome to the match review of Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 2. Sorry, what a disgrace. VAR, corrupt, rubbish, get rid of it. Fed up, tired of this stupid VAR, spoiling games time and time again. We had it earlier with our women's team where the referee was smirking with poor decisions, getting one of our players sent off. That wasn't overruled. And then what do we do today? What do we see today? Our joy is taken out of football. This would have been a great comeback on par with what happened against Manchester United. Chelsea 2-0 down at half-time. Coatley came out in the second half. Really good performance in the second half. The boys deserved the win for their second half. We thought we had got that win, only for VAR to reverse the decision, and we end up with a draw. And disgraceful. What was disgraceful? Craig Pawson didn't give it. He's seen the situation and he's deemed not to give it. VAR gets involved, tells him to go to the screen. And when he does go to the screen, the position what he was in before, that looked worse than what happened, because from the far angle, it did look like maybe there was a little shove in the back. But when you saw it from the close angle, there was not a lot of contact in it. It was the Villa defender who wasn't strong enough. It was a fair barge. If that there was something similar happened to us against Manchester City in the cup, where Walker was more forceful in his push on Nicholas Jackson, a lot more forceful in the penalty box. But no, they didn't deem that to be a penalty. So if they're not deeming that to be a penalty, why are they saying something which was less of a forceful push is a foul? Where's the consistency? And that's what I'm fed up with this league. Poor officiating, terrible. These guys are not fit for anything at all, and yet we don't get the goal. So we missed out on a FA Cup final because Walker. If that was the case, I said Walker would have been sent off, red card, for a more forceful contact than we saw today. And that's what I don't like with what's happening in this game. I'm sick to death of it, sick to death. I started cheering for 1 minute after that goal, and I thought, you know what, let me stop cheering, because I had a feeling that VAR were going to get involved. And that's why, you can't enjoy the game anymore. And Craig Pawson, what were you doing? Sorry, I know you just bottled out of that, and that was such a gutless decision that you made. You just stuck with your on-field position decision. Was it clear and obvious for VAR to get involved in any way? No, it wasn't clear and obvious. If it was something what happened in the box with bodies that he couldn't quite clearly see, no, he saw the situation. If he saw the situation and didn't deem it necessary in the first place to give the foul, why is he giving it now? I'm fed up of it. And Pochettino needs to, and Chelsea need to make it heard about this, because, okay, this could be the difference between Europa League, Conference League, or no Europe at all. We win that game today, we are on course for maybe, with this Chelsea, we don't know, but they're giving us momentum for the last 5 games of the season to try and push for that 6th place. But a draw now, it's still up in the air whether we can go into Europe. And that's the frustrating thing about it. Getting screwed over by referees week in, week out. No matter whether it be the men's team or the women's team, doesn't matter. And I'm fed up of it. Anyway, I should be talking about our second half performance. First half, not much to say about that. Although we played okay-ish in the first half, same old issues, doing well before we get to the final third as normal, and not really being clinical enough. Villa showed a clinical streak, and that's why they scored 2 goals. McGinn with poor defence by us, and then again the left-hand side, Cucurella got cooked again by Bailey. Ball comes across, deflected-ish, and it goes in for McGinn, and then their second goal, again, has a way to be clinical by Morgan. And 2-0, and it looked like more of the same against Arsenal. Where was the pride? Are we fighting for our shirts? But fair play in the second half. Credit where credit's due. And, when Pochettino doesn't do well, I'm the first to say that. But today we have to give him some credit because he made a tactical switch. The tactical switch was pushing Cucurella more into a midfield position and then just having 3 across the back. And fortune favoured the Brave because we were swarming Aston Villa in that second half. They couldn't get out. They couldn't get an out ball. And the pressing was insane. Cucurella was leading that press. He had a very impressive second half. So great tactical switch from Pochettino. Caicedo was my man of the match today. This is the monster that we saw at Brighton. Hopefully next season we see more of these performances. He was a machine in that midfield. He was the one ticking things over. Great tackling, great tempo building by him. And Conor Gallagher next to him as well. This was a team with a bit of a purpose, a bit of fight. So I saw some fight today, which we haven't seen for a lot of this season, and it culminated in getting us back into the game because first goal, Madueke, who was growing more and more into this game, and I was getting frustrated by him a bit in the first half, but you know what? This guy never gives up. And he got us back into this game. Nice first time hit, good finish, good composed finish by him. And then he ran through, nearly got us and gave us another chance with a free kick where Cole Palmer fluffed his lines a bit. But then Conor Gallagher showed a little bit of class, that he's always been that terrier midfield, but that curling goal, that's a bit of quality from him to put us back into the game. And from then I thought there's only going to be one winner. Villa weren't in the game. Our tails were up. Although they did have a chance with Ollie Watkins on the break, where he should have done better with a pullback where he knocked it over the bar. And then then came that big moment, the comeback of all comebacks, with in 6 minutes into the added time. There's no way Villa would have got back in had we got that goal. And that's the thing. So it's just seeing us, the way we just came back in that game, and for it to be snatched away from us from poor officiating, But yeah, enough is enough. I'm fed up with that. But anyway, what if we need to carry on this form against Tottenham press them high like we did today. I don't want to see no Jekyll and Hyde performance, because even in this game we saw a Jekyll and Hyde performance in the first. What a difference! It was like they had a transplant. All the team were different. I don't know what they switched on they flicked the switch on in the second half and decided to play. So we need to build up that momentum for the Tottenham game, for the West Ham game, and the other games to come. So yeah, such a pity though, such a pity on this game, because I should have been more ecstatic today. But the comeback was good, but it could have been so much better. So what do you guys think? Stick your comments in the section below, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.